Hi, this is Indranil and you are watching Business Bites in our channel The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. In today's Business Bites, first news we have defense technology startup Tonbo raised 175 crore in Series D round of funding from Flipkart Advisors. Second news we have network infrastructure company SAR Televenture acquired majority stake in Tikona Infinet. Third news we have app-based bike taxi services banned in Karnataka now when the operators got 6 weeks ultimatum. Fourth news we have Swedish private equity firm EQT is planning to launch IPO of 4,000 crore for its portfolio company Strave in India. And fifth news we have Flipkart Internet secured 3,248.9 crore of internal funding while Pratilipi closed $20 million funding round. In first news, defense technology startup Tonbo raised 175 crore in Series D round of funding from Flipkart Advisors and Exim Bank. Tonbo, which means dragonfly in Japanese, founded in 2012, which is a brainchild of three Indian entrepreneurs Arvind Lakshmi Kumar, Ankit Kumar and Cecilia D'Souza, which is currently a leading supplier of vision equipments in the global security and defense market, including India's Defense Research and Development Organization, commonly known as DRDO, and the Indian Air Force. Tonbo imaging design cutting-edge sensing and processing systems which enhance situational awareness, targeting precision and autonomous battlefield operations. And it offers a range of military equipment which includes helmet-mounted night vision goggles, thermal weapon, sights and solutions for aerial reconnaissance missions. Bangalore-based Tonbo raised 175 crore in their Series D round of funding at a valuation of 1,500 crore from Flipkart Advisors and Exim Bank ahead of their planned initial public offerings, that is IPO, while they had previously raised more than 300 crore from other investors as Artiman, Qualcomm, Celesta, Edelweiss and HBL Engineering. Tonbo presently having 250 employees and their technology and designs for sensing, understanding and control are inspired by nature design of the dragonfly, and with the design of their biometric imaging and control systems, their products can revolutionize surveillance, reconnaissance and targeting for the next generation of warfare. In second news, network infrastructure company SAR Televenture acquired majority stake in Tikona Infinet. The home broadband space in India has been seeing a disruption following the rollout of fixed wireless access, which are cheaper to deploy than optic fiber, and that is pushing smaller ISPs at a large extent as they are facing erosion of revenues and margins in their fight to compete in the internet space, as ISPs are also facing challenges on capex limitations, high subscriber churn and difficulties in achieving economics and scale. SAR Televenture has acquired a majority stake in internet service provider Tikona Infinet at 578 crore, when the acquisition comes amid the struggle of local ISPs in competing with large telecom operators like Reliance Jio and Bharti Airtel, which have been getting aggressive in the home broadband space. With this acquisition, SAR Televenture will gain a foothold in the enterprise broadband segment and will become the third largest in this segment. And the company will also acquire Tikona's All India Unified License, that is ISP Category A, and National Long Distance, that is NLD license, through which Tikona offered a wide range of telecom services including broadband, lease line, virtual private networks and other value-added services. Following this acquisition, SAR Televenture offerings will include commissioning 4G and 5G towers, fiber to the home services, optical fiber cable, enterprise network solutions and retail broadband services. Presently in India, the top ISPs include Reliance-backed Hathway, ACT FiberNet, Exitel and Tikona, when all are fighting with telcos for a share of some 300 million addressable homes for their home broadband services. In third news, app-based bike taxi services ban in Karnataka now when the operators got 6 weeks ultimatum. The Karnataka High Court ordered app-based ride-hailing services to stop offering bike taxi services while allowed them a 6-week time to cease their operations when the platform's operators like Rapido, Ola, who are Bangalore-based companies along with Uber India, are considering to appeal against this order by the Karnataka High Court. In July 2021, the state government had issued an order by restricting bike taxi services when the platform filed a petition in the High Court by opposing the same. In the interim, the High Court asked the state authorities not to take any actions against platforms until the matter was heard. And now the High Court rules that bike taxi cannot operate until the state government frames rules under Section 93 of the Motor Vehicle Act 1988. According to the Motor Vehicle Act 1988, which is an act of parliament that facilitates such services and disposing of petitions Rapido, Ola and Uber India when the petition had sought directions to the government to issue them aggregator license and register their bike taxis as transport services. And now the court has asked the aggregators to cease bike taxi operations in 6 weeks and directed the government to ensure all such operations cease once this period is over. With this High Court order, a concern raised about the welfare of lakhs of bike taxi captains or bike taxi holders onboarded on different platforms, where Delhi government ended the ambiguity over bike taxis by coming up with a policy in October 2023 which allows operations only with electric bikes, when recently Maharashtra also allowed bike taxis with certain conditions on maximum distance of operations and minimum fleet size, as the central government rules allows bike taxi operations and it is upon individual states to declare their legality, given that transportation is a state subject. In fourth news, Swedish private equity firm EQT is planning to launch IPO of 3,500 crore to 4,000 crore for their portfolio company Strave in India. Strave is a Singapore-based professional services and content technology company with over 18,000 employees. The company originally founded in 1980 in the Philippines when in August 2021 Equity acquired a majority stake in Strave from Partners Group at a valuation of $1 billion. Strave specializes in helping clients leverage data, insights, knowledge and AI-driven solutions, and the company's clientele spans sectors including financial and information services, insurance, healthcare and life sciences, scientific research, edtech and logistics. Strave is having their global footprint with operations in the US, the UK and Europe, Singapore, India, the Philippines, Nicaragua and Vietnam. With IPO market gradually reviving, Equity is expected to push ahead with their India listing and leveraging strong investor interest in technology-driven and healthcare-focused businesses. Equity is having a significant presence in India with their investment in companies like Vatusa, Sagility, O2 Power, Indiam Software, Indira IVF, IGT Solutions, Credila Financial Services, Cytias Tech and AIG Hospitals. Equity had also planned an IPO for Indira IVF by filing a draft red herring prospectus confidentially with market regulator SEBI in February this year for a 3,500 crore public issue, what the company withdrew last month and is now planning to refile them. And in fifth news, Flipkart Internet secured 3,248.9 crore of internal funding, while Pratilipi closed a $20 million funding round. Flipkart Internet, which is the marketplace arm of the Walmart-owned Flipkart, has secured 3,248.9 crore in internal funding from the Singapore-based partner entity, and this comes after the Singapore holding company infused 924 crore in January 2024 and 1,421 crore into Flipkart Internet in 2 tranches in March and April last year. Flipkart Internet has reported a revenue of 17,907.3 crore in financial year 2024, which is nearly a rise of 21% year-on-year, while they narrowed their losses by 41% to 2,358 crore. On the other side, Bengaluru-based Krafton-backed digital storytelling platform Pratilipi has closed a $20 million funding round at a lower than expected valuation of $100 million. However, during market boom period of venture funding in 2021, Pratilipi has raised $48 million from Krafton at a valuation of $265 million. In the latest round, Pratilipi has raised $20 million in primary capital, where the money has been given to the startup against issue of fresh shares, while the remaining $8 million has been through secondary deals, which will provide an exit to the company's Chinese investor Kuiming Venture Partners and Shanwei Capital. So these were the top 5 business news from Business Bytes in our channel, The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. So thank you very much for watching Business Bytes and signing it off.